If you look at something like FARTCOin, okay, we were talking about this a little bit in the Discord. I had made a position in this earlier. I'm only going to talk about it now because we've already positioned. But FARTCOin has also been a huge indicator for risk on appetite. So as this asset has been moving higher, it's signaling that the market's ready to return to risk on. Okay. So we bottomed out here in March, right? March 10th, March 11th, which is what I was saying with Pepe. Same thing. This looked to be the Pico low for a lot of these altcoins. That even though ETH, just because of how poorly it's traded, has capitulated even further from March 11th levels, altcoins have been starting to bottom out and rotate back up. Okay, so I'll put ETH down below again. Okay, so you look at same thing, right? Over here, we put the bottom in on March 10th for FARTCoin. Now, yeah, it's on a different chain. I get that. But ETH is a major and a risk-on indicator as well, right? ETH BTC pumping is an indication of true alt season, alt performance. This has been coming down lower. FARTCoin has only been coming up higher. Okay. So the reason I'm showing you this is because you have to be watching the entire market and say, okay, what's going on market wide? What altcoins are pumping? What L1s are moving up? Who's bottoming? What's doing what? What is the type of environment that we're trading within right now? Well, you see, if FARTCoin is moving up like this and bottoming, while ETH and some of the other majors have still drawn down, that means people are risk on appetite again. They like these levels. That's good. The bottom has to be close unless, like I was just saying, yeah, we go into a recession and that's just a full-blown bear market. Then you're just going to see shit like this happen where you're going to see this turn into distribution right here, this little distribution, and then you're just going to see it come like this again, right? And there's just an exit pump, which is possible, right? But we're going to be paying attention to it. But the reason I'm showing this is because as soon as this started curling up, like on this move, this is when you should have said, okay, clearly this is a risk on indicator. We're moving up off of the lows from March 10th into the end of March. Clearly risk on appetite is coming back, and this is a winner in the market. Okay. So when you see something like this playing, you got to say, all right, hold on. I want to make a position in here. This is clearly a leading asset. This is the first coin that people are looking at whenever they want to get back risk on. This is what they're bidding. Okay. Be cognizant of that because you can't be stagnant in these markets. If this is the risk on indicator, people are bidding this before any other altcoin. We want to get a position in this. And this one, I threw it into the Discord at this time. So you wait for this pullback, right? So you get this pump here. So you just wait for the pullback. You see this little consolidation right here. This is where you would have wanted to enter if you had never positioned in this coin before. Which makes sense because, right, you had this demand all over here, this consolidation, right? You also had it over here, right? But clearly, as soon as you get above these levels, right, boom, you pump. As soon as you get above this level, boom, you pump. So when you come back in and retest this demand zone, this is where I was positioning at. Positioning down here, and these candles right here, right? Okay. And then you get this big move up off the demand. And so look, just even on this move, you're already up over 2x. You just doubled your bag. Boom. Easy. Not easy, but you get what I'm saying. Boom, right? So this is what you got to play. This is why it's important to be in a network where guys are actually playing this and seeing what's going on so you can capitalize on these moves. Because even this right here, from March and April, when everything's down, you could have played this and bang, you're already up 2x. You already doubled your bag. You put in 10K, you got 20 grand right now. Just up off of this move. So it's giving me confidence that people are trying to go risk on again. Okay. All right, let's take a look here. So at this point, I'm not going to tell you out here. If you want to know when another re-entry point would be, where you would want to buy into this again in order to catch the next move up higher, as long as the markets actually turn around, you have to be inside the Discord for that. Because there is a level I'm watching to be able to re-enter with more size, because clearly this is the play. Okay, this is a play. There is a clear level here where you would want to bid it again. Okay,